Hey guys, in this video I'm going to try and show you some different military braids because there are a bunch of them. I'm going to show you the bubble. I haven't done it in a long time, so bear with me. I'm listening to one of Connie's lives and trying to do a video at the same time. I've got her in my ear. And so I'm getting distracted already by her. Okay, so I have 7/8 inch diamond dust, which is going to be a little stiff for a military, but that's okay. And I doubled it. So I've got silver and black. And I cut these at, okay, so it's 5 yards each side. So it's a total of 10 yards folded in half. A total of 10 yards folded in half. And I have that written down for a regular military braid. 180 inches gives you a 36-inch braid. But I also have that written down for a double, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna, on a double, it would run out. Because the middle ones that crisscross on a double are gonna run out first. So those actually need to be longer. Okay, so I'm gonna make a loop. I used to make 2 loops and then start, and then I saw Connie, you know, she just does one flat and attaches it there. And let's make sure that's big enough. It should be big enough. Okay, just a little bit bigger. I hear you messing with something, Pepper. I hear it. She's laying down in front of the window. Alright, I remember we're going to make our regular military first. So just a loop inside of a loop. That first one you cannot tighten up because you've stapled it. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, looks like I'm in it. Okay, and so you're going forward with these loops too. For a regular military, you're going forward. You go forward, forward into the loop, and then you snug down those. Like I said, this is going to be a little stiff with the diamond dust. All right, and then to start a bubble, well, let's just continue on a little bit, just for those that are new and don't know how to do a military. This is a basic braid. And like I said, you're just going forward, forward with a loop, and then you're tightening it down. Forward, inside that loop, and then tightening it down. It's really simple. The tighter you make it, the snugger or tighter you pull those, the more it's going to curl. So just keep that in mind. So if you make it really tight, it might even curl like this. If you make it looser, it's going to be flatter, but I make it a little snug, but not too snug. Like I said, these ribbons are stiff, so it's a little bit more difficult to work with. But you see the back. Some people like to show the back, so I've done that too before. That's pretty. Okay, so we're going to start the bubble. The bubble is going to go inside here and come back out. So it's going to go in this way. But I have to find the end. This is the sucky part. Me on this live. But like I said, you're going through here. So you find the end and you're going down like this. Just like this. And then we're going to pull it. Give me a second. Okay. So we're going to pull. But these are going to want to curl. You're going to have to fight with them. Try to keep them straight. I should probably put my blacks over here out of the way so it's not a big mess. I don't know how well these colors are showing up. All right. There's actually 4 ribbons, so I want the top 2. And let's see. And one of the, okay, that one is messed up. There we go. And I'm trying to remember if I come off, let's see, I think I came out the wrong way. Because I need to do that. So, see, it needs to be on the outside and not the inside. So I just need to do this real quick. Okay. Oh, and that one pulled out. Hold on. There. Alright. Then a regular military. Pull that tight. So again, we're coming around and we're going to be through this loop right here. Okay. And you want to keep these straight. Down the end, and they're going to go in like this. And you gotta remember to stay on the outside this time instead of the inside. See, they're going to want to twist on you, so make sure you get them figured out. Here we go. And I don't know if how everybody else makes it, if they do it every single time or if they leave some room, but this is where I'm at. Okay. I'm going to tighten that, so pull on that to tighten that again, that first loop. You want to leave some room on these bubbles. I think I tightened that one too much, because you want them to stick out. But this is part of the regular military there. Oops. So you gotta tighten that again. Alright, so regular military. Snug that. Now again, we're gonna go in through here. And I'm gonna find the end. Since I'm working with 5 yards of ribbon, this is gonna take a while. I'd like to get a good measurement for this, even though I didn't do the bubble right here, and you can see I snugged that too much right there. See how it's sunk it in? You can go back through and kind of pull on ribbons, and sometimes when you do that, especially on military, you can kind of get up under there and pull them out. Alright, going inside that black ribbon. Hopefully that is, I cannot see what the camera sees, so if it's not in focus, I apologize. I'm trying, but I can't see it. Alright. Pull, pull, pull. Okay. Snug that back up. Open that just a little bit. Yeah, my bubbles are disappearing because I am tightening it too much. So I'm going to try not to tighten that too much. Regular military. that up. And my heavy scissors. Look at those suckers. And then flip around like that. Alright, try not to tighten that too much. Regular military. And then time for a bubble. It's starting, I can see it. It just makes it thicker. It gives it more dimension, I guess. Uh-oh, I'm pulling it too fast. I might be pulling it too fast. Getting a little cocky there. There's the bubble. Okay. That one flipped around. Easy fix. There we go. Regular military. So you could do this like every other time too. To go that way, right? Why is that one so much bigger? Okay. So you could do, like I said, every other one. So it wouldn't take near as long. So forward for our military. And I don't know if you can tell the difference between here and here on camera. But you know, the back is gonna look the same. There's nothing different on the back. You're just giving it like more oomph, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video and try to finish this up and let you see how long it is. Alright, as I'm working, I'm learning a couple of things because, like I said, I've only done like one of these and it's been, I think, a couple of years ago. So, I'm on this one right here. I'm only at about a 14-inch braid right now. One of the things I found is if I hold my thumb under there, that it helps keep this side from tangling. And to leave this bigger, go ahead and leave this bigger than what I think. You know, I was fighting with it a little bit because, see how that one's really flat? When you start on the next one, it tightens this one down. So, was I supposed to do that side? Now I've confused myself if I'm on the right side. Because I need to be, I think I just did the black side. I had stopped and took the time to set up the camera again. Let's see. Okay, made that one, so I did this one. Okay, it was time for the silver, not the black. But see how far that's gone down? So I have learned to leave the next one big, because when I move on to the next one, it tightens it up. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. For some reason, this side, I don't know if it's the silver ribbon or if it's just my angle, but trying to hold my hand there and help keep these straight, that's a little better. But for some reason, the bottom ribbon wants to come out, and it's the top one. So I'm going to leave that bigger than what I think I need. I'm going to make the military next. Snug that up. Black again. See how it doesn't get tangled if I leave my thumb there? That's too big. See how it made that smaller? So it takes away some of that. So leave this bigger than what you think. Because some of them are getting so tight that you can't even tell that it's a bubble. Like it's getting way too tight. So I made a military. See, now it's small. So leave it big, bigger than what you think. That is my tip that I am just learning. Like I said, I may have learned that before, but it's been too long since I made one. Go. Now military. I'm going to do one more before stopping the video. I don't know if you can see like how this is like twice the size of this one. So it looks wrong. It looks like I'm doing something wrong, but when I move on to the next side, it pulls it down. So. But I'm telling you, putting my hand there has really helped keep it where it needs to be. Okay. Make my military, snugging that down. Now, it's still a little bigger than these because I'm leaving it bigger. But that's where I think it needs to be. And we are at 17 inches. Okay, I'm trying something else too with this bubble. Instead of going all the way to the end, I'm making a loop. I'm just curious how it would work. So loop and then go around. So you're going around and going inside there like that. But you want to come out the end. Going like that. I feel like it's easier. For me it is anyway. So I'm going to make a loop like this, okay? And then I'm going to go from the top to the bottom, just like we were. Come out on the outside. I'm going to keep my thumb in there so it doesn't pull too tight. And then just go like that. And then make a military. Call that military. I feel like it's going a lot faster this way. Y'all tell me how you do it. So loop inside there. Come out the bottom. I hope that zeroes in. I'm trying to hold my hand out so it'll focus on it. And then just pull that out. See how fast that pulls out? This is way easier. Loop. Right there. Grab that loop. Keep my thumb in there so it doesn't pull too tight. Then a military. Big loop. See how fast that was? Some of y'all may already do yours like this. If you have another way, you know, please share that. If you have measurements, please share those. I think this is going to be one of those, like, because military is not going to be the same for everybody, because some of us make ours snugger or looser than others. So it's not an exact. That's why on my cheat sheets, you know, I tell everybody this is not an exact science. My measurements may not be the same for you. You may not braid, you know, make a braid the same way I do, so the measurements may not be anything near what yours are. Mine are going to be based mostly off how I braid and from my videos, so. I think I need 6 yards for a 36-inch braid, because I watched Connie's video again to freshen up on it, and she made an 18-inch braid out of 3 yards. Like I said, you know, we don't braid the same way, so her measurements aren't going to be the same as mine. We're not going to be exactly the same, but it'll get you close. Now we're getting close to the end where we can start using the end again, but this went way faster, you guys. So if you're doing it the way I was at the beginning, I'm telling you, you need to start doing it like this. Almost to the end. One more bubble if I can keep here. Keep that together. Side up there. Okay. And then I'm going to flip that up and I'm going to give that a staple. Not bad at all. There's some that are bigger than the others. Okay, let's see if I can figure out. I got a 30-inch braid. So 5 yards made a 30-inch braid, and now I've lost my pen. So that should be right. So 6 yards should make 36-inch. But I can definitely still use this. Like I said, you can come in if you see some that are bigger than the others. You can just go in here and kind of tug a little bit, and it should even out a little better. But that is a bubble military, and this is from somebody that's only made a couple. Thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to show you some more. I'm going to video some more military braids, and I'll put those together all in one video. So I'm going to try to do several. Alright, so for another military braid, we're going to do the twisted military and the military two-step. Those are both two original braids of mine. I do not have a video though for the military two-step. Connie does. She has a video, a good video on the two-step, and she named it. I think it's the cutest name ever. I don't come up with good names. Everybody knows that. It's just not something I'm good at. But the twisted and the two-step are very close together, but you get completely different looks. So again, we're going to start out our military normal. We're going to make a loop, put that in. You can put it on the outside. I like putting it on the inside. Just make sure it's big enough to get a loop in there. I can actually make it a little smaller. We're going to put a staple in there. That simple. Okay. So let's do the twisted first. The twisted is going to be forward into the loop, just like a regular. But on this side, we're going to go backwards. So we're going backwards, making the loop this way. Trying to tighten that up. Forward. Backward, backward. Do this for a while until you start to see the pattern that it's given. Forward. Backward. And for me, sometimes I really have to say it out loud or it'll screw up on me. And I came up with this twisted several years ago as well. I had a members only video for it for a long time. Forward. That orange is not tightening up. I don't know what the deal is. Backward. But you can see that doing one side forward, one side backward makes it twist. See how it's already twisting, so it will twist. And the tighter, of course, you make it, the snugger, the more it's going to twist. And the looser you make it, the looser of a twist it's going to be. But this is what it looks like. I'll do a few more, try to get it backward. See, I gotta say it or I'll forget what I'm doing. Forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. And I forgot to tell you all about the ribbons, didn't I? I think I said I was using 9/16, I can't remember. 9/16 inch, orange is diamond dust. I'm using navy luster. And I cut these at, was it 4 yards? Yes, 4 yards. I should get around a 30-32 inch braid. Everybody braids differently, so again, with these militaries, it's not going to be exact. It's just going to give you a guideline. You're going to have to try it and then see where you need to make your adjustments for the way you braid. Here you go. See, I'm not making it super snug, so it just gives it this nice curl all the way down, and the longer you make it, it's going to spiral down, but it's not going to be like the way I tighten it, not too tight. It's not going to be super snug. And this diamond dust, I'm having a really hard time getting snug anyway. I do like it a little bit snugger than that, but you are getting the spiral effect, and you can play with it and get it to tighten a little bit more. But you see, that's how you do that. All right, we're gonna turn this into a military two-step now. Two-step, we're gonna go forward, tighten, forward, tighten. Then we're gonna go backwards, and then backwards. Forward, forward, backwards, backwards, forward. You get the two-step now? Forward. So, two-step, because you're doing two at a time. Forward, forward, backward, backward, forward, forward, backward, backward. You're going to see this one is going to be straight because you're going back and forth like that. 2 and 2. Forward, forward. Do some more because I want to be able to see a really good pattern of it. Backward, forward, forward, backward, backward. Again, you're going like that for backwards. Forward, forward, backward, backward. I hope I wasn't out of camera range. Forward, forward. All right, I want you to look at that. You see that funky design it gives it? I hope you're focused. I hope it's focused in. So you can see I was kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of weird looking. It's kind of funky. And then now the bottom is curling. So I guess I could go back and forth and make a funky looking military braid. Let's go forward and backward. We'll go back to the twist. Forward, backward, that orange is really hard to work with. Forward, backward. What time it is? Got a premiere coming up, and I still need to get some something to eat. Have to finish this up really quickly. Forward, backward. How much did I say? 30 inch? I don't know. It's gonna be close. Forward, backward. I'm gonna run out of orange first. Probably because I couldn't tighten it as much. Yeah, that's why. I was fixing to ask, why is it running out? Because I cut the orange first and then measured the navy against the orange. So because I couldn't tighten it as much, I ran out of it first because I was using more of it. That. Now I'm just going to go through that loop. And where is that one? Oh, that one ran out. Okay, that's okay. And I'm just gonna have to put the staple right there if I can get in there. Alright. That's really close to 30 inches. Very, very close. So my measurements are pretty close to that. Like I said, look, you can see right there. Well, the military two-step was using more too. Looks like it uses more. Oh, see how it's poofed out more? So I think it may use more. I don't have measurements on the two-step because I only made it very few times. Like I said, I put it on that garter, and I think I've made it for a couple other mums, but I can't remember how many. Not very many. That kind of straightened that out. But this was just for video purposes too. I can always undo it and redo it as a military twist. But I wanted to show you both of those. So two-step and military twist. Okay, my camera went dead. I don't know when. So you turn, you make a loop, pull tight, pull tight. You're making little holders, little cup holders. You turn, you make a loop, you pull, you snug, you turn, you make a little cup holder. I don't know if I even got the beginning of this braid. Ugh, that is so frustrating. Turn. I mean, when you make it, you're just making a single loop and then you're turning the ribbon and going in to that loop. You just start that way and that's how you keep making it. Except you can't snug the first one because of it being stapled, the first loop being stapled. But snug that up, then turn. Yeah, I don't think I was recording at all. Turns. I hit record, but it may not have started. Things like that happen. I apologize. You're just making, just constantly snugging up and twisting. I want to see how long this makes, and I don't want to unravel it and start over again. I'll see if I can cut a couple of scraps and start it over so you can see the beginning. So you're just constantly turning it, making a loop, but you got to make sure that you're snugging up those ribbons. Not much left. I don't know why I don't have measurements for this because I have made it several times. I guess it's just one of those I like to eyeball. Or maybe I had it written down somewhere and I don't remember. That's possible. Okay, I'm just going to put a staple in there. Alright, again, this was 4 yards of ribbon. So 4 yards gold, 4 yards green, and I got about a 17-inch braid. Alright, so what I did was I made a loop, just big enough to put another loop inside, gave it a staple, come up and around, twist it all the way around to the back side. That's where we started with the staple, and then we're going to go in with a loop, and then you're going to turn again and you're going to go in with a loop. Now you can start snugging these up, and then turn again, go inside with a loop, and then you would turn again and just keep going from there. That's what the beginning looks like. It's got that little twist to it. So I just went over, twisted around to the back side, made a loop like this, and went in there like this, and then turn, and then went in there like this. And then you start snugging them up. And then go like this, and then go in there again and snug those up. Voila, there you go. Military twist. Like I said, I know there's other names. I don't know what they are, but you probably recognize it, so you'll know what to write down for yourself.